There are several different ways to set up conversion tracking on an offer. Let's talk about postback tracking using the transaction ID generated upon click as the attribution method. Server postback tracking, also called server-side tracking, uses the advertiser's server to track conversions. We recommend using postback tracking over other tracking methods, though it is only possible if the advertiser is able to send a signal back to Has Offers from the landing page. It is also the only method that can accurately track mobile offers. There are two types of server postback tracking: postback tracking with transaction ID and postback tracking with affiliate ID. Most networks and advertisers use this tracking protocol as it is usually the most accurate. It uses the unique identification codes generated when users click on offers, known as the tracking ID, to track individual clicks and their potential conversions. This identifier is sent to the advertisers along with parameters established for that offer, including the offer ID, which is stored on their server. When the user converts, the advertiser's server fires the offer's postback URL with the click information it stored, including the transaction ID. If the transaction ID is valid and unique, a conversion is recorded and all the information is kept in Has Offers. All transaction IDs must be unique to log conversions, and unless otherwise specified, duplicate conversions are automatically rejected. This helps to prevent fraudulent traffic, server issues, or other human interference from affecting report data and presenting erroneous statistics. Let's take a look at creating an offer that uses server postback with transaction ID as the tracking method. Remember that to use postback tracking, the advertiser must be able to store data on a server. Before creating an offer in Has Offers, request the placeholder transaction ID from the advertiser that they will use to store this value. This will ensure you pass the correct information to the landing page so that the advertiser can capture the transaction ID and pass it back to you. Once you have this value, visit the Offers tab and select Create Offer. Fill out the required details about the offer that the advertiser has provided to you, including the description and advertiser. Add the preview URL. In the Offer URL field, enter the offer URL provided by the advertiser and append the transaction ID macro corresponding to the advertiser's placeholder for this value. Let's look at an example. The advertiser uses click ID as the tracking ID parameter. We'll take that parameter and set it equal to the dynamic parameter transaction ID, which is the unique value generated by Has Offers to identify the click. The transaction ID will pass to the advertiser's click ID field so they can capture and record this data to pass back upon conversion. Remember that the transaction ID is the key identifier to logging conversions with this attribution method and must be present in the offer URL. From the Conversion Tracking drop-down menu, select Server Postback with Transaction ID. Finish entering offer settings and details and click Add Offer. We can view the postback URL that we just created and then send it to the advertiser to fire conversions. Remember that we set click ID equal to the transaction ID in the offer URL. This needs to be mirrored in the postback URL. We'll replace transaction ID with click ID, and our postback is now ready to provide to the advertiser.